On my last video, when I talked about when you are preparing to go for an interview, as long as your visa interview appointment is concerned, I said that today I'm going to give you tips on how you are going to go for that interview. Pay attention as I lead you through. Tip one I will give you is have strong ties to your home country. When you apply for B1, B2 visa, the immigration officer will assume that you are an intending immigrant. You must prove that you plan to return to your home country after your trip. This is often done by demonstrating that you have strong ties to your home country. You can prove your tie to your home country in a variety of ways. For example, evidence of your tie to your country can include proof of property ownership, proof of business ownership, a recent copy of your federal tax return, three most recent payslip of a job in your home country, a letter from your current employer stating you will continue to be a full-time employer upon your return to your home country, recent bank statement, of course, proof of current enrollment in school or courses, or evidence of family in your home country. You also recommend having your return ticket booked and having the information ready available for the officers. Number two tip I will give you is have enough money to cover your trips expenses. The US government does not allow B1, B2 visa holder to work in the US. As a result, immigration officer want to ensure that you have enough money to cover your expenses during your stay. Provide documentation showing that you have sufficient funds in your bank account to cover your trips out expenses abroad. If you are staying with a friend or family members, ensure you have documentation to prove that your trip expenses will be minimal. This can include a signed letter from your friend or family member explaining that they will be covering your room and the board for the duration of your stay. There is no threshold amount to show in your bank account. It depends on the nature of your visit, how many dependents are traveling with you, and the length of your stay in America. Number three tips is have documentation to prove the reason for your visit. If you are planning visiting the US for a particular reason, be prepared to provide documentation to prove it. For example, if you are visiting Disneyland, have your ticket and itinerary ready. If you are attending a business conference, have your invitation or ticket confirmation handy. If you are visiting for a wedding or another event, bring your invitation with you on the day of your interview. These are very, very important. Number four tips is explaining your relationship with people in the United States. During your B1, B2 visa interview, immigration officer may ask about your relationship with the people in the United States. This is to ensure that you are not planning to stay in the country permanently. Be prepared to explain your relationship and demonstrate that you don't plan to stay in the US beyond your planned trip. If your relationship in the US include immediate relative, be prepared to offer additional evidence to your ties to your home country so the officer is confident you are not planning to stay in the country permanently. And the last tips I will give you today is be mindful of the content on your phone and on your social media. Immigration officers have been known to search through travelers' phone. Ensure that there is nothing on your phone that could be misconcepted or misleading to suggest that you are planning to stay in the United States for an impermissible reason. The same applies to your social media. Officers are likely to pull up your social media profile to make sure the information present to them is consistent with your online presence. So what you are doing is very, very important. Be prepared and get yourself ready so you can defend yourself on the day of your interview. Remember, it is going to decide that day. And it is how you present yourself and what you say and how you comport yourself determine how the VO will attend to you, and the outcome of the result, it depends on you, on you, based on what you feel on your DS-160 form. Follow us for more tips. We will continue to update you. Thank you very much for following us.